So I realised I hadn't actually videoed anything before we got to the hotel on the last day, so let me fairly quickly summarise before the main video starts. It was probably the easiest disembarkation we've ever had. We'd already been inside Schengen, so we didn't have to worry about passport stamps or anything like that. The cases had been put out the night before and been taken by the crew. So we set the alarm, we got up, got organised, went up to the buffet for our last breakfast, back downstairs, cleaned the teeth, cleaned everything out, made sure we'd got it all, and then went downstairs. We had a departure time. I think it was 9:15 or 9:30. No, it was 9:30, I think. And our taxi driver was supposed to pick us up with that, but he sent me a WhatsApp message saying, could we get off any earlier, because he'd got another call to make. So I thought, oh blimey, okay. And some lines, I mean Princess, for example, they were quite rigid about when you got off. All right, we were going to Southampton, and it was a bit more or less cleaning the whole Sky Princess out, but there were a fair number of people getting off Queen Victoria that day in Barcelona, so I don't quite know why this was. But when the taxi drivers would have said, well, if you can't get here by 9:15, I'm going to have to go and you'll have to sort yourself out, I went to see one of the crew, who was one of the officers actually, who was looking after it all and organising the queues and all the rest of it, and I just went up to her and said, our taxi driver is here and he'd like us to get off a bit early. Is that all right? And she went, yeah, fine, no problem. The cases are all outside. Go and find your case, off you go. Have a nice day. Thank you for sailing with us. And off we went. And the guy met us outside the terminal. Everything worked really well. Bob, our friendly travel agent at Burlington Travel in Spondon on the edge of Derby, had done a superb job throughout, and this was no exception. So the taxi driver picked us up, took us round to the hotel. I'm glad he did, because it was quite a long way from the port. And it was a hotel was down a bit of a back street. It wasn't the easiest place in the world to find. It certainly wouldn't have been if you didn't know where you were going. So we were dropped off at the H10 Madison Hotel in the Gothic Quarter, and we went inside, found a very friendly staff, looked after us, said, well, your room isn't ready, we'll look after your cases. Would you like a drink? Would you like a chocolate? Something like that. And said, okay, right, we'll give us your telephone number, we'll give you a text when your room's ready. And off we went. And we'd had a think about what we wanted to do. Never having been to Barcelona before, we did what we very often do, and we decided to take the hop-on, hop-off bus. We should have gone to pick it up at the top of the Rambla, but we couldn't, because there was so much roadworks that they didn't actually use that area at all. But the people selling tickets who were still there directed us to where it was, just outside the Mandarin Hotel. So this is where the video picks up. We'd enjoyed the hop-on, hop-off bus trip through Montjuic Park the day before, and we were intrigued by the idea of going up on the cable car to Montjuic Castle, right on the very top. And that's what we decided to do. We bought a 2-day ticket for the hop-on, hop-off bus. There are 2 routes, and we originally planned to go and do the other one the second day. But we used the same route, got just beyond the Olympic Park to the cable car station and got off, walked across the road and got onto the cable car. This could be clever.
See in a minute how it does work, huh?
This looks as if it's very, very, very clever. Done what they do at the base station. They've taken it off the cable.
Yeah, it jerked, didn't it?
We're off the cable. You can see through this little open window, I hope, that you've got that, and then you've got the cable coming out. So at any moment now, that is clever. Oh, I like that. The old engineers getting excited. This is very clever. I like that. It's obviously possible to get on.
You can get on because they've got something here for you.
Yes, you can. Well, I'm not going.
You're not going to now.
Now.
It'll only be if necessary, I should think.
Now we got to link back to the cable. You can see the cable coming in on the left-hand side. Here we go. Right speed. Doink. There we are. Oh, lovely. I like that. Oh, I like that. It's a miserable long day, so it perks up a little bit. Right. Is it free to go in then? Looks like
Yeah,
it.
I think, well, you can perhaps go around some of it and pay for other bits, I think. Well, go and see what we
Yeah, absolutely.
can
Yeah.
and decide if you do have to pay whether it's worth.
Well, we've got all day.
We've
It's
got-
only
we've got
20.
plenty of time.
I'll
It's
make
not-
it 25 past 11.
Yeah.
I really forgot that. We've got Norwegian Breakaway down there, which is where what all those Americans in that group were going on. I'm not sure what the blue one is. That's Aida, obviously. P&O's Aida. That's Iona, I think. It's but I mean, you can see all over this book. It's all beautiful.
way or this way?
Which
This
way
is
is
quite a high busy street this side.
right?
Is it restaurant, Indian restaurant? Restaurant, Indian chili. Restaurant, Gandhi.
So after having a look at the outside of Sagrada Familia, the queues were absolutely phenomenal every time we looked to go inside, so we didn't bother. We walked back around. We knew that the hop-on, hop-off bus would pick people up from just outside, so we went to the bus stop, picked it up again, and carried on back to the original starting point by the Mandarin Hotel and walked from there back to the hotel. Really fancy, aren't we, Stanley? Not sure what it's all about. This was fascinating architecture.
There is all over, isn't
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, look. That's the Castle of the Three Dragons, which said was interesting. It's some kind of a museum, but it's shut. Okay. Making parakeets. farmhouse or something, isn't it? Well, it obviously isn't, because they aren't all palms, but...
Se nota mucho que la Laura, no sé explicar, no sabe tener como... Es como si tienes que escribir con la gente que no conoces. En cambio, la
Hyacinth macaws in here.
Héctor ya me ha soltado unos cuantos por el rabal.
Se van todos a Marruecos.
Moreco.
Lo que sea. And that pretty much brought to an end our stay in Barcelona. We had a gentle stroll back from the zoo up to the hotel, got ourselves cleaned up, organised, packed, and what have you. The following morning we got a WhatsApp asking us to be downstairs at a certain time. The chap turned up. We went to Barcelona airport, had absolutely no problems whatsoever getting through there, had quite a nice flight home and landed back at Manchester. Another very easy transit through the terminal. We walked back to the drop-off bus point and got the drop and go back to the car, pulled out the receipt, put the barcode under a scanner, little door popped open, there was the key with a label on telling us where to go. So after that, straightforward drive to Derby, a couple of stops for drinks and toilets and things on the way home, and that was the end of this really excellent holiday to Vienna, Trieste, 2 weeks on Queen Victoria and 3 days in Barcelona. I hope you've enjoyed watching it.